Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Jashana here to talk about some just general life update things real quickly. Hopefully. There's not a lot to update on, but I just felt like discussing because one thing is kind of sad. So I will give you a heads up about that when I get to that. So I'll do a little happy, sad, happy/bittersweet sandwich here. So the happy thing, well, for me, it's exciting. It's a little scary, but it's exciting, is that I am starting a new job. While I'm filming this, I am starting the job in a couple of weeks. By the time this video goes up, I might have started it already. I don't really know when this video will go up. I don't have my life that organized. But yeah, I have been at my current job for 7.5 years. And that's the longest I've ever been at one job because all through college and the couple years after college, I moved around a lot. I did have a college job where like every school year I was in the same place and I worked there for 3 years. But yeah, 7.5 years. And it's my first kind of corporate big kid type of job, which it wasn't when I started. It was completely a startup company. And yeah, just whatever. I've grown with the company and I'm just ready for a change now. So I'm making a change. It's still gonna be a remote position, which I'm very excited about because I love working from home. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Obviously, I'm not talking details because I like to keep that separate and private. But yeah, it's an exciting thing. Kind of moving forward in my career, I guess, which feels weird to like have a career. I don't know. But yeah, so that's exciting. And then the sad thing, I wanted to talk about this just because I share my kitties in my videos a fair amount. Certainly my 30-second monthly vlogs always are largely cats. And I always do an end of the year, 1 second every day video as well, just combining all of those. And it's always just cats and cats and cats. So a refresher that I have Lily, my oldest cat, who I've had since she was 3 months old. I got her in 2010. Yes, the year I got married. And I'm not married anymore. But yeah, I got her then back in Michigan. She moved across the country with me. Like, she is my bitch. And then I also have Kuzma, the little gray guy that you've seen before. And he was my ex's cat, but they just never really bonded all that well. So while we were living together, I was like, listen, just consider him my cat. If we ever break up, I will take him. You don't got to stress about your cat not liking you anymore. Like, he's just my cat now. So I obtained him when we broke up. And then also, while we were together, we took in little Miss Gigi, who you guys have seen several times. And we were raising her, and she was his cat. And then when we broke up, he took her with him. And then I moved into my house, bought my house, and promptly after moving in, I kept seeing this little stray kitty around. And I thought the kitty looked very well fed and fine. So I was like, okay, it just always was kind of hanging out in the neighborhood. And then one day it was right in my driveway and I went outside to see if it was friendly, and it was very friendly. And I realized it was actually very skinny, skin and bones basically, and fur, just very long fur that made her look more filled out than she was. And that was little Miss Kippa, the little white and gray kitty that I took in. And a couple weeks after I took her in, she was not doing well. She was throwing up a lot. She wasn't eating. She wasn't drinking. Took her to the vet. They hospitalized her for 2 days. It was very expensive. And they determined that she had kidney failure, kidney disease, whatever, that she only had one functioning kidney and it was barely functioning. Got her on a special diet, some supplements, like vitamin supplement thing. And then she was doing okay. She was doing fine. But they told me she doesn't have a lot longer, probably maybe a year, could be a couple years if she's lucky. But they were like, we're not sure. And another vet told me that she looked like she was probably 16 years old based on her teeth. So yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna have Kippa for a super, super long time. But I was really glad that I took her in because she would have, her kidneys would have failed then and she would have died out on the streets by herself, right? Which is really sad. So I've had her since that was like March, I want to say. Yeah, March like 24th or something. I've had her since then. And then about a month and a half, 2 months ago now, due to reasons that I won't get into, I got Miss Gigi back. So I have 4 cats. I didn't really want 3 cats, but I was like, I'm going to keep Kippa. I'm not going to rehome her with her issues and whatnot. Like, I'll just keep her and give her a comfy little life, right? So I already didn't really want 3, but I was gonna do that. But then with Gigi, I was just like, I can't have 4 cats in this fucking house. And also because Lily and Gigi just never were super cool with each other. Kuzma would just run away. Like I said, Kippa would stand her ground and be like, nah, bitch. Hiss at her, swat at her, and Gigi would run off. So Kippa was fine. She's from the streets. Lily, however, just so dramatic. Oh my good God. And Lily and Kuzma play together. Like they like to play and they'll chase each other around and they might like hiss at each other a little bit. But not that they don't like fight. They're cool with each other. They're pals, they're buddies. But Gigi is just too much for Lily. She was stressing her out. Lily started like licking herself bald almost. And I was like Googling it and they're like, usually cats are doing that because of stress. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, Lily. And she just would be so dramatic. And Gigi just doesn't stop. Like she'll just be like, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna jump on you again. Like, she doesn't get it with Lily. So I was like, I can't keep Gigi. I know I can't. As much as I love her, she's so cute and sweet, I can't keep her, right? And so I was trying to find a home for her. And a coworker of mine took in a little foster kitty that I had couple years back that I just had for like a week or so. She took that little kitty in and has had him for the last 2.5 years. So I was like, oh, maybe she'll take Gigi. She was thinking about it. She was trying to convince her husband because that cat bonded to her. So her husband and her daughter, who's younger, I don't know what age she is, but she's younger, they like couldn't enjoy this cat because this cat only wanted her. So she was like, I want another cat for him to play with and then also for my daughter and my husband to like be able to enjoy whatever. And I was like, this is the perfect cat, I swear. And the other cat is only a year older than Gigi, so I was like, this would be great. So while I'm trying to figure that out, this is the sad part. So forewarning for some pet death discussion here. Little Miss Kippa started to not do so well. She stopped eating she didn't eat anything for like 2 days. And then she wouldn't eat any of the food. I had 2 different wet foods, 3 different dry foods, her treats, which she normally begs for constantly. Like in any of the videos I've ever posted of her, like on social media and stuff, like she's just always begging for treats and for food. And I would feed her like 4 times a day and give her treats multiple times a day. And she just always wanted more. So she was a good eater, right? And then she just didn't eat for almost 2 days. So I was like very concerned. And then I got her to eat some shredded chicken breast. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like maybe she'll be okay. Maybe she just got sick. I don't know. She was still drinking water and she was still kind of, being normal, like getting up and walking around and stuff. And then she would only eat like a bite of food a day. Like I would give her the chicken breast. The first day she ate quite a bit of it. And then the second day she ate like a lick or 2 of wet food. And then that was it. She wouldn't eat anything else I gave her that day. I was trying the chicken like every day and all the other foods. And then she just for several days, that's what she was doing. Just barely eating anything. And then one day she seemed like she was kind of being normal where she wanted her treats. She came out and she stood in front of the thing to like beg for treats. I was like, okay, yay. And I gave her some and she ate like half of one and then walked away and didn't want it anymore. And then I tried giving her food and she didn't want food. And then she just kind of was deteriorating more and seemed really weak. When she would get up to walk, she could only walk a couple feet before she would want to lay down. She started acting really confused. Like she would go sit in front of the water and like put her face to drink it and then just look up and stare at the wall for like a few minutes. And then I found her like hiding in place, like she was going in the corners of the room, which she never would do, but she's like going directly into the corner and like facing the corner. And you know, what I know of pets when they're nearing the end, like they'll try to hide and they'll try to like put themselves in a place where they think people won't find them, or other animals won't find them. They'll stop drinking water, obviously stop eating. So I took her to the vet. They gave me some meds for her, some appetite stimulant, anti-nausea, pain meds. They gave her an injection of antibiotics, and she would not eat. After that, she did not eat anything for like a full day. And I just, talking to the vet, you know, they were like, you know, it's your decision. You're not wrong one way or the other. All the things we know. They're like, it sounds like she's suffering though. If these meds can work and can get her back to normal, you know, then you can continue this if you want, like continue a regimen of whatever meds she needs to like prolong her life. But it didn't even really work. The meds didn't work. And I just was like, she's suffering clearly. Like she's slowly starving to death, basically. So I made the very difficult decision to use the vets. They have at-home euthanasia as an option. And I did that. And it was sad times at Ridgemont High. It was really peaceful and everything. I'm glad they had the at-home because I was like, I don't want to take this poor little cat to the vet. She'll be all scared and nervous and do it there. Like, it just didn't sound fun. So yeah, it was this past Friday, the 12th, that I did that. And yeah, I took like a half day of work. They came in the afternoon and she was just cuddling with me on the couch, laying on a blanket. And she didn't even get up. She didn't even lift her head when they came in. So it was very gentle and very peaceful. And I held it together pretty well while it was happening. I got a little choked up while it was happening. I like hate crying in front of people though. Like, and I mean, who enjoys it, I guess, but like I will do anything to not cry in front of people. So I didn't cry while they were there. They took her though, and as soon as I shut the door, I just started bawling, like hyperventilating, crying. Because, you know, you feel bad, and like I knew I was gonna miss her and be sad that she was gone because she was such a sweet little cat, sweet little beggar, just begging for food all the time. My best friend was like, had gotten there like minutes after they left, so then I was okay. I pulled myself together, and then of course, like there's been things that have popped up in the last week where I'll realize like seeing where she would always take a little nap on top of the dryer. I had put like a bathroom mat up there for her because she just always would get up on top of the dryer and like sleep there. I'm like, that can't be comfortable. So I put a little bath mat, a little soft one. And so that was like her bed. And I was like, I guess I can move that now. And like started fucking crying again. I've been okay. I know it was the right thing. I didn't have her for a long time. So it's obviously a little different than like Lily. Whenever Lily goes, I like genuinely don't like thinking about it. So with Kippa, it was a little different. Obviously, I wasn't quite as attached, but I'm also a crazy cat lady, so I get attached pretty quickly. But like I said, I know it was the right thing. She was clearly suffering. But yeah, so that was sad. So yeah, over the weekend, and then Saturday, this coworker actually texted me Friday night saying, I've convinced my husband, like, can we get Gigi? So I'm like, yeah. So they came Saturday morning to get Gigi, which was another kind of bittersweet. That's like the bittersweet thing. I'm really happy because she is doing so well there. Her and the other cat, they're slowly getting introduced and they're doing pretty well. The other cat is being pretty cool and chill about her. She has already bonded with this coworker's husband and the daughter. She's been in like the daughter's room most of the time, like kind of sequestered over there, to be away from the other cat. And they're like little besties, and she sent me pictures, and I'm just like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that that little girl has this little cat now. And I'm so happy that Gigi is somewhere where I know she's being loved and appreciated, and where eventually I'm sure her and that other cat will get along and she'll have a little playmate, a little cat playmate, because she's been around other cats for most of her life. So I was like, I really want her to be somewhere where she has a kitty friend as well as like a human friend. So I'm really happy. It is bittersweet, like I said, because I did love her. She's like such a sweet, fun, she has just such a fun personality. And they're like seeing that and like loving it. She's like, my husband loves her. Oh my God. I'm like, yay. So I'm really glad. But it was like kind of like I losing one cat in a really sad way. And then the next day, like less than 24 hours later, I'm losing another cat in a less sad way, but like a bittersweet way. So I'm back down to 2 cats now. Yeah, Lily is so happy that Chi-Chi's gone. It's like noticeable, the difference. It's fucking hilarious to me. Because Lily's, I mean, she's 11. She's an older cat. Technically, she's a senior cat. But like, she's still very playful. But with Gigi, it was like, I think she didn't feel free to roam the house as much. She didn't feel free in the house in general. So she's being so much more cuddly with me than she has been since Gigi was here. I mean, just on me all the time. Like, obsessive. More than normal. She's already kind of obsessed with me. And it's like, aggressively obsessive. I'm just like, bitch, stop. And she's being playful, running around a lot more, playing with her toys way more. Like, she is thrilled to have, once again, a more peaceful household with, you know, just her and Kuzma. But yeah, so that's what has been going on. So yeah, over the weekend, I didn't have any videos go out the week that I'm filming this right now. Because I don't know, I haven't been super creative lately. I haven't been reading a shit ton, but also I just, over the weekend, I didn't really feel like it. I didn't really feel like filming. I wasn't really in the mood, obviously. So yeah, but I'm feeling more like myself now. I always handle kind of sad shit pretty well, I guess, but definitely affected me. It was a bummer. I still get kind of sad. I put together all of the pictures and video clips I had on my phone of Kippa, and I put them all together in an iMovie thing, exported that, and I edited it on my computer just kind of for myself. I was like, maybe someone would care, maybe I could post this, but it's just kind of sad. And I just kind of did it for myself. And it's like 20 minutes, because I constantly am taking videos and pictures of my cats, like all the time. But when I was editing it and like putting music to it just in the background, and I got to the end, and like the final image is a picture I took of her on the last day, like a little bit before the vet got here, and I just started fucking crying last night. I'm trying not to cry right now. I started crying watching it. I was just like, eh. And then I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But like I said, I wanted all of the little memories of her in the same place, just kind of for myself. I don't know. I feel like that would be really sad and depressing to post. And like, I have a booktube channel. Probably nobody cares about 20 minutes of my fucking cat. So yeah, anyway, there's that. Definitely a little more peace in my household now with just the 2 kitties that are familiar with each other and know each other and are buddies. And yeah, a new job, exciting. I'm going to be going back to Michigan as well, which is really exciting. I guess I forgot about that, but I'm going back home to visit my family for about a week and a half in the beginning of December, which I'm super jazzed about because have not been home since 2019. I did see my mom in February of 2020. She came to visit me for 2 weeks. But the rest of my family, I have not seen, I think, since December of 2019. So yeah, I get to go see my brother. I did see my sister. She came to visit me this year too, but I'll get to see her again. Get to see my brother, my nephew, my dad, grandmas, and probably some other people. Anyway, there we go. This talked way longer than I fucking meant to. Jesus Christ, sorry. You know me with my cats. I get going and I just can't stop talking about them. But I hope that you are all having a lovely winter and holiday season almost. By the time this video goes up, Thanksgiving probably will already have happened. But yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season, and wherever you are, whatever holidays you're celebrating in the coming month or so. And I will talk to you all soon, I'm sure. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.